Hello friends, a very warm welcome to the Crochet Hook channel. See, today we are going to learn how to crochet this very beautiful looking lacy crochet stitch. See how beautiful it looks, and it's perfectly apt for working mufflers, scarves, shawls, lacy shrugs and so on. The choice is yours. It just gets completed in 2 rows. Row 3 and row 4 are repeated over and over to reach the desired length, and in stitches here from this DC, just before this DC, this chain here, it is 10 stitches. So horizontally it is 10 stitches repeat, and vertically it is 2 row repeat, and that's it. It's very simple. What I like about it is the simplicity and the elegance that this simple netty lacy pattern offers. For the friends who are joining me here for the first time, please do consider subscribing to my channel. That really means a lot. Having all that been said, let's go ahead and crochet this very beautiful, very elegant lacy crochet pattern together. Grab yarn of your choice, a compatible crochet hook and a pair of scissors. Let's get ahead. So then, to begin with, work a slip knot, and as I've already stated, this pattern is a repeat of 10 stitches. So we are going to work any multiple of 10 plus 8 chains here, and I'm going to work 3 repeats of the pattern. So I'm going to chain 38 here. I have worked all my 38 chains. Let's get ahead with the row 1 here. From the hook, skip 12 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. We are going to skip the 12 chains, yarn over, insert the hook into the 13th chain from the hook and work 1 DC here like this. Then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yarn over again. Work 1 more DC into the same chain below like this. See? A V stitch is created here. Then work 3 chains. 1, 2 and 3. Skip 4 chains below. Yarn over, insert the hook into the 5th chain and simply work 1 DC here. 1 repeat done. Chain 3, yarn over, skip 4 chains below, insert the hook into the 5th chain and work a DC here. We are again creating a V stitch here. Then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. After chain 5, yarn over and work 1 more DC into the same chain below. Again a V stitch is created. Then chain 3. 1, 2 and 3. Skip 4 chains below. Yarn over, insert the hook into the 5th chain, work 1 DC here. The second repeat done. And from this DC begins the third and the last repeat. So then chain 3. Skip 4 chains below, yarn over, insert the hook into the 5th chain. Again we'll work the V stitch, work a DC. Then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then yarn over, work 1 more DC into the same chain below. A V stitch is being created. See? Then work 3 more chains. Yarn over, skip 4 chains below. We have just 5 chains left. Insert the hook into the 5th and the last chain and work 1 DC to end this row here. So the row 1 gets completed, and from here this is our 5 chain DC. This is chain 3 gap in the row 1. This is 5 chain that stands for a DC, and here we have 4 chain gap. So we have skipped 12 chains, and then we worked a V stitch here in the 13th chain from hook as we did. And then again we skip 4 chains, work 3 chains on this side and created a DC into the 5th chain here. And from here, from this DC, just before this next DC, this is 10 stitches. We'll go for row 2. We have 3 repeats here. For the row 2, chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and turn the work. Then skip this chain 3 here, and we are going to work in this V stitch in its chain 5. So in the chain 5 of the V stitch, work 1 SC and then work 4 chains. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Into the same chain 5, work 1 SC. A loop of chain 4 is created. Chain 4 again, we are going to go for 2 more loops. So work chain 4 again and work 1 more SC into the same chain 5 space below. The second loop of chain 4 done. Chain 4 again, the last time. Again work 1 SC into the same chain 5 below. So here we have created 3 loops of chain 4. that start and end within SC, then chain 3, yarn over and skip this chain 3, and atop this DC below just work 1 DC at the top of this DC below. So we'll go for the next repeat, the second repeat. Again chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, work 1 SC into the chain 5 stitch, chain 5 space of this V stitch, and then chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, work 1 SC into the same chain 5 space, chain 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, work 1 SC into the same chain 5 space, chain 4 again, the third time, and then simply work 1 SC into the same chain 5 space below, then chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, yarn over, skip the next chain 3, and we have this DC in the row below. Atop this DC simply work 1 DC. Second repeat done. This is how it looks. I'll go for the third and the last repeat. So then chain 3 again, work 1 SC into this chain 5 of the V stitch, then work 4 chains, 1, 2, 3 and 4, work 1 SC into the same chain 5 space below, work 4 more chains, 1, 2, 3 and 4, again work 1 SC into the chain 5 below, work 4 more chains, 1, 2, 3 and 4, then work 1 SC into the same chain 5 space below. 3 loops of chain 4 are created again, and then to end this row work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3 and yarn over, skip this chain 3 and insert the hook into the 4th chain and simply work 1 DC to end the row 2 here. Now we'll go for the row 3, row 1 and row 2 get completed here. We'll go for the row 3. So for the row 3, work 6 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and turn the work. See, odd number rows are similar. Row 3 is just like row 1 below. So skip this first loop of chain 4 and we are going to work into the, skip this, all this and into the center loop of chain 4 here, work 1 DC here. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, yarn over, work 1 more DC into the same chain space below. See, again we have created a V stitch. Chain 3, yarn over and skip all this, and here we have 1 DC in the row below. Simply work 1 DC atop this DC in the row below. See, this is just like row 1. This is our row 3 that we are working on to. Work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and then skip this chain 3 and the first loop of chain 4, and we will work into the center loop of chain 4. So yarn over, work 1 DC into the center loop of chain 4, then work 5 chains, yarn over and work 1 more DC into the same chain 4 space below. A V stitch is created again. Then chain 3 again, 1, 2, 3 and skip all this loop and chain 3, and then we have this DC here in the row below, yarn over, simply work 1 DC at the top of this DC below. Simple. Chain 3 again, we'll just go for the last repeat here. Skip this chain 3 and the first loop of chain 4. In the center loop of chain 4 here, work 1 DC, then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, yarn over, work 1 more DC into the same chain 4 loop below. A V stitch is created again, chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, yarn over and skip this next loop and skip 3 chains here after the loop. After this SC, skip 3 chains, insert the hook into the 4th chain and simply work 1 DC to end the row 3 here. So here we have 3 rows get completed. Row 1 is like row 3 and row 2 will be like row 4. So, or row 4 will be like row 2. So let's begin with row 4. Work 6 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and turn the work. Now we'll again create the loops here. Skip this first chain 3 and into this V stitch in its chain 5 space, work 1 SC, then chain 4. We're going to create the 3 loops, work 4 chains, work 1 SC into the same chain 5 below, then again work 4 chains, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and again work 1 SC into the same chain 5 space at the V stitch below. again work 4 chains, 1, 2, 3 and 4, again work 1 SE into the same chain 5 space below. Simple, 3 loops of chain 4 are created, then chain 3. This is how it looks, just like row 2. Here we have 3 loops, again we have created the same pattern, yarn over, skip this next chain 3 and atop this DC in the row below, simply work 1 DC here. 1 repeat, done. This is how it looks. See how netty and lacy it looks. Again, chain 3, 1, 2 and 3 into the chain 5 of the V stitch ahead here, work 1 SC, then work 4 chains. 1, 2, 3 and 4, work 1 SC again into the same chain 5 space below, chain 4 again. We are going to go for 2 more loops, 1, 2, 3 and 4, again work 1 SC into the chain 5 below, chain 4 again, 1, 2, 3 and 4, again work 1 SC into the same chain 5 space below. 3 loops of chain 4 are created, then chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, yarn over, skip this next chain 3 and atop this DC in the row below, simply work 1 DC like this. Simple. See how easy the pattern is and how quickly this pattern grows. Chain 3 and skip this chain 3 into the chain 5 of the V stitch, work 1 SC, then chain 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4, work 1 SC into the same chain 5 space below, chain 4 again, 1, 2, 3 and 4, work 1 SC into the chain 5 space below, chain 4 again. The third time, work 1 SC into the same chain 5 space below, simple, then chain 3. 3 loops created, chain 3, yarn over and skip 3 chains here, 1, 2 and 3, insert the hook into the 4th chain, simply work 1 DC to end this row here. See how simple this pattern is. We have 1, 2, 3 and 4 rows got completed till now, and see row 3 and row 4 are repeated over and over to reach the desired length of the project. You can add more colors to it and it simply gets completed in a couple of minutes. It's really fast. Just reach your length. Few simple things to keep in mind is that we worked here, we skipped 12 chains in the beginning and we worked this V stitch, the first V stitch of row 1 in the 13th chain, and nextly either we are going to begin the row 3 or row 4. Each time we are going to begin these rows, we chain 6. That's it. And otherwise this pattern is very simple. Have fun learning, have fun crocheting. See you next time.